Welcome back to the series, episode 51 in season 4 with Marshall. At the end of the last episode, we talked about how center Mike Thomas and wide receiver Clint Day had both locked us out, and that we only get one break the lock perk from Coach Mayo to use per cycle. So we had a choice to make, and it's Mike Thomas, the center, who we will prioritize. 80 overall, scheduled to visit with us in week 10. I just feel like it's in the trenches that the Power 5 schools really have the advantage over us, and breaking the lock of Thomas shoots us all the way up to number 2nd on his list of top schools, leaving us just 50 points behind Florida. So it's new life in that recruitment, and we're going to dump our full allotment of 700 points per week into him the rest of the way. We still look to be in great shape for quarterback Andrew Adams as we extend our lead over Wisconsin. And the other reason why it was easy to let Clint Day lock us out is because of how the recruitment of Chandler Taylor is going. Leading for the number 6 wide receiver in the country is a nice consolation prize. Remember, he has that elite speed and acceleration mixed with great route running. I really like Taylor. We are losing for the moment to Michigan for Derek Marcus, the gem tackle. He has a visit with Michigan in week 14, but no offer yet. I hope we can get a visit with him before he takes that trip and we can sway him. He would be an awesome addition at 81 overall, great blocking ratings, and 86 strength and 92 acceleration. Absolutely a future left tackle for sure. Number 1 strong safety Glenn Jordan. We continue our slide down his board as Georgia, Georgia Tech, and Florida are all within 315 points of each other for his services. As I mentioned, we only have one break the lock, and we used it on the center earlier in the episode. We're about 100 points away from being on the outside looking in on this fight. Week 10 needs to hurry up for his visit. Top stories across the country, of course, reliving the Michigan loss last week to Illinois, but per ESPN, the Marshall-Boston College game this week is the biggest one in college football this weekend. We love to see it. Boston College comes into this one 2-1, having lost to North Carolina on the road last week. Exact same letter grades as us, as both teams have defenses that have been fantastic through the first 5 weeks of the season. Number 1 and number 2 in total defense. They are also number 2 in pass defense, so statistically BC is truly elite. However, we've played 5 games and are still number 1 in points per game despite being -6 in turnover differential. This should be a fun one. Boston College is led by Scott Coleman at quarterback. He is both their leading passer and leading rusher. So, clearly a very dynamic player that we will need to account for. Williams is their leading receiver, and Robinson leads them in sacks with 4 through 3 games. For Marshall, Fuqua has 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 10 picks. Rasheen Ali really having a strong season. His 713 rushing yards. He's averaging 8.4 yards per carry and has 8 touchdowns through 5 games. Chancellor Bright has taken over as our leading receiver. Crazy, as he's wide receiver 4 on the depth chart, so good for him. Josh Hardiman and Rasheed Price both lead the NCAA in tackles and sacks in their respective categories. As we look at the team select menu, I mean, this is as even of a matchup as you can get on paper. I'm fired up for this one. Boston College looks to be strong in the trenches. However, they will be without one of their best players in Drew Kendall, the center. Broken tibia, he is out for the year. Alumni Stadium and its 44,500 capacity is the site for this one. Boston College has been playing college football since 1893, 130 years. Unreal. They were without a conference as an independent for over 98 years until 1990. That's when they joined the Big East, and now they represent the ACC. Excited to see what the Eagles have in store for us today. Boston College has it on first down from the 25, running right with Thompson. He's met in the backfield, somehow breaks the tackle of 3 players. Johnson can't track him down. Falk finally does, 19 yards for Darrell Thompson, and this is not exactly what you want to see on the first play. 3 Marshall defenders tripping all over themselves. Yikes. Motion man on first down, underneath throw, Watkins is underneath it, and he's going to get it for the INT. True freshman corner David Watkins having a great first year. He's in man coverage. He's all over this drag route. He slides just in between the quarterback and the wide receiver to pick this one off. Marshall, second play of the game. Beautiful. Setting Fuqua and Ali up in plus territory to start. 7 yards on first down. Short pickup on second. Leaves us a 3rd and 1. Ali picks up the first. A few plays later, it's a 2nd and 10 going backwards. TFL. Marshall quickly to a 3rd and 12 just outside the 30. Fuqua drifting, going to spin and flip it to Armstrong, and he comes back for the ball. Gonna force the early first possession kick. Kevin Hayes drills it. And we get our first studio update of the day. What is it? Texas A&M. Alabama, number 4. They go down 24-21 to the Aggies. We love to see it. And most importantly, Wheaton, the running back, he had a really nice day, but that might just have ruined his Heisman campaign. Second possession for BC, down 3-0. Coleman gonna break a few tackles. He gets out of a sack. He's got 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Hardiman in the backfield somehow is not able to drag him down. Johnson can't either as he spins out of a tackle. And you can see early why Coleman's their best player, leading them in rushing and passing as he scrambles again. Couple plays, he's got it to 3rd and 5. Coleman over the middle to Gordon Neer. 86, the tight end. We miss a tackle. He's down at the 25, 36 yards for Charlie Gordonier. We sent like 3 or 4 linebackers on this one, and no one accounted for the tight end. He just quickly spins around right over the top of the center, makes himself available, and he's got 36 yards. That sets BC up at the 20, but here on first down, they're going backwards. Kerryon Martin. A few plays later, they only get it to a 3rd and 11. Coleman under pressure, he's gonna go down. 2nd sack in his many plays. Jayshon Kaufman having such a nice year for us. That pushes them back, 4th and 20. It's gonna mean a longer field goal, and this one's leaking right, and it is missed. He pushes this one right. Boston College unable to tie the game up at 3. Marshall getting a little momentum. There we go. Marshall's got the ball back on a 2nd and 7. Cook on the outside. He's got 17 yards along the sideline. First down, Marshall. Now at the midfield stripe, running the ball left. Ali met, hit hard. BC bringing it. Now 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Jack Stakem over the middle. He ran his little drag route, 12 yards. Fuqua found it. Really nice conversion there. Fuqua under pressure. Man coverage. That means they leave him open on the backside, and he sneaks out for 20 yards. Really nice recognition by Fuqua. He's so dangerous when you play him in man coverage. Ooh, and Jack Stakem was open. Should have had a touchdown there. Incomplete. That leaves us with a 2nd and 10, just trying to get some yards. 3rd and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. Easy out of the backfield. Nice conversion out to Brennan Armstrong. And Marshall inside the 5, looking to give it to Ali. He's going to go backwards. Really nice D by Boston College. As we know, both of these teams elite on defense early in the year. Just going to throw this one away. Avoiding the sack. It's a 3rd and goal. Zone read keeper. Fuqua trying to cut it inside. He's just short. I think they're going to have him down at the half-yard line. And an early call. 4th and goal. Coach Mayo decides to go for it. Rasheen Ali and this offensive line that have been so good so far this year. Really nice cut here. One cut by Ali. Chris Everhart gets just enough of him. Marshall, 10-0. Beautiful. 2 sacks and an INT early for the Marshall D. Coleman, last play of the first quarter. Somehow he gets this over Hardiman's head. 9 yards. And before the second play, the series can get going. It's a false start. Sets him back, 2nd and 6. Now Coleman running forward, just underthrows this one to the sideline. 3rd and 6 now. Coleman over the middle. Daniels is there just a half step too late. Lewis Bond has it for a first down. Coleman. Empty backfield, throwing over the middle to Gordonier again, and another missed tackle as he's got it. Oh my gosh, we've got to get hands on this tight end. 48 yards. And they're inside the red zone again. This time, can they score it? Thompson looking left. He's tackled in the backfield. Nice play there. Josh Hardiman. 3rd and 12. Under pressure, it's Aiden Hubbard. Huge sack. Minus 10 yards. Going to set up a 4th and 22, and they are a long ways away for another field goal attempt. This time, he pulls it. Misses this one wide left. Marshall skates away. 2 consecutive possessions with a sack, forcing a long field goal, and they miss. App State looking for its first win still as Ali breaks off a huge run, breaks another tackle across the 30 into Boston College territory. We were getting ready to talk about App State, but we got to talk about Rasheen Ali. Look at this cut on the cornerback, and then he's got the speed. He outruns a safety and then just trucks it upfield. Rasheen Ali, elite, having a Heisman breakout year. Fuqua, very next play. Look at this. It's Daniel Cook, 29-yard touchdown pass. This is gorgeous. Quick strike. Marshall gets all the way down the field in 2 plays. This is a cool play. Big fan of this. We get the jet sweep action for Cook, fake the handoff, play action, and look at the conflict. This safety has to worry about Brennan Armstrong, then has to turn and flip his hips, doesn't realize Cook is coming out of the backfield, out the side. Touchdown. Really nice stuff there, drawn up by Skip Holtz, the offensive coordinator. Coleman trying to get his team down the field. That's a 20-yard catch from Macklin up the sideline. Wait a minute. They want to take a look at it. Let's get another angle here. Hardiman and Watkins are there on the sideline. It's hard to really tell.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I love it. Let's see. Macklin has possession, but look, he gets hit while in the air, and then I think 1 foot lands out of bounds and 1 inbounds. They're going to give it incomplete. Huge break for Marshall. Thompson on 2nd and 10, trying to get some yards. Only gets 1, leaving them 3rd and 9. Coleman on the slant finds Williams. Really nice throw there. Able to convert the 3rd and long. Now, Coleman up the seam, looking for Gordon here. They tried it 1 too many times. We decided to use her with Watkins. I said, you know what? I'm so tired of 86 beating us down the field. So I just got in his back pocket, ran up the sideline, or up the hash with him, and David Watkins, the true freshman, has his 2nd INT of the day. Beautiful. Marshall, 17-point lead and the ball across midfield. As we are under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Fuqua stepping up. Nice little scramble. He's got the first. At the 25, knocking on the door of the red zone. Brennan Armstrong's going to get us inside the 10. Beautifully done. 16 yards for the tight end. Setting up a 1st and goal. Fuqua trying to hang in the pocket. Now getting flushed. Looking left. Oh my gosh. Threw it through 3 players. No one gets their hands on it. Oh, had a touchdown pass right there, but Ali, he gets a 7 down to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. James Fuqua. 3-yard touchdown. QB1. We already talked about it. You cannot man coverage and not account for the quarterback. Fuqua will absolutely kill you. They send 4, they play man coverage behind it, lose track of him. And Marshall, for the 2nd straight week, they are out to a huge lead. This time 24-0 as there's a sack. But look at this. Gordon here, the tight end, lined up at center on this play, and Rasheed Price just whips him for the quarterback sack. I do not understand what's going on here. As you can see, an 87 overall, Charlie Gordon here at tight end. 78 strength, obviously a fine enough tight end, but Kendall, the center who is out for the year, Gordon here is his backup. So somehow he's in on this play, despite being the tight end. I have no idea what the heck they're doing. Now, 2nd and 15, it's another sack. Gordon here wasn't the center on this one. I have no clue what's happening there. 3rd and 21, Coleman sitting back there under pressure. Malcolm Folk sneaks under this one, breaks a tackle, and he's going to get in. It's the pick 6. Are you kidding me? 3rd interception. 2nd time trying to go to Gordon here in the last couple possessions, and we in man coverage are all over it. Malcolm Folk, pick 6, Boston College. Before they know it, they're down 31-0 at home, and they are at a loss for words. I guess just send Coleman back out there. Wow, what a performance from this Marshall defense so far in this one. Absolutely fantastic stuff. You know we don't force a lot of turnovers, but we're doing a good job there, and that's a nice catch by Roach on the sideline. 2nd and 10, Coleman trying to have a bounce-back drive, finds his tight end, leaving them with a 3rd and 4 as they're underneath the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Out to Bond, but he's got a 1st down. Nice little drive putting together. Good bounce back here by Coleman. Hardiman almost had a pick. Nice play on Thompson in the flat. Play action. Coleman looking deep, and he's going to finally get one. There's Roach, 40-yard touchdown as they complete the 2-minute drill, maybe 2+ minute drill. This one's a tough one. We user Daniels. We're supposed to be over there in cover 3. Just kind of get caught leaning one way. Roach makes us pay, 31-7. Under 2 minutes to go. Nice job by BC. Good response drive, trying to keep themselves in it. John Bass with the rare return, picks up 2 blocks along the edge, across the 40, 45, 50, 45, down around the 40, 56-yard return. John Bass. And look at our boy Fuqua having a really nice first half. 1st and 10 after that big kick return. Fuqua keeps it on the zone. Keeper jukes. Now he's inside the 20, and just like that, Marshall set up again. Minute and 10 left now in 2nd and 13 after we got sacked. 5 yards for Ali, leaving it a 3rd and 8. Let's see. Looking. Fuqua. Gonna get on the edge, just decides to not take the sack, flip it out of bounds. And on trots Kevin Hayes, and he's true. 34-7. Marshall, 34-7, has the lead at halftime. Really impressive work by the Herd. As we get the 3rd quarter going, Marshall gets the ball first. Now Knowledge, the normal returner's back there. He's going to find a little room, breaking this one out right across the 35-40, 45-50, 55-yard return. Knowledge McDaniel. But he's down. It looks like he's holding his leg. We'll definitely keep an eye on the Knowledge McDaniel injury. Not ideal. First play after the return. Chancellor Bright spinning, breaking tackles. 43-yard touchdown. Man, we have had some success putting Chancellor Bright in his 6'4 frame up the seam, but this is the first time he's shown that yards after catch ability. Gets behind the linebacker, flips his head. He knows he's got to step on the safety. Missed tackle, and he's going to do the rest of the work. Touchdown, Chancellor Bright. 41-7 before the 3rd quarter even gets started. Unreal. As Coleman scrambles for 2, now on a 3rd and 8, finds Williams on the sideline. This Marshall D, and really the Marshall offense, has been quick strike today, and it has been awesome to see. And this is a gorgeous throw to Jaden Williams along the sideline. Coleman has had some nice throws, but he's obviously had the 3 turnovers. That's going to make it hard to keep your team in it. 7-yard scramble sets up a 2nd and 3. As they're trying to get back into the red zone, they are going to. Roach, 8 yards and a 1st down. Around the 18, Coleman over the middle. This is a little check down to Thompson. Now a 2nd and 2. They try to go speed option left. Coleman looking for room. He's got a yard. 3rd and 1. He's got it. Tucks it. Rasheed Price is there. Beautiful. Nice sack by Price. And they do bring on the field goal. He finally hits one. 41-10 midway through the 3rd. Marshall cruising. This is a triple option look. Flips it back to Chambers. Good little 6-yard keep him off balance play. I like that. Fuqua. 2nd and 4. Look at this throw on the run. John Bass, 15 yards. Beautifully done there by Bass and Fuqua. Triple option now. Fuqua looking to pitch. No way, he throws it. Akpala dives on top of it. Oh, this one hurts. Marshall commits its first giveaway of the day. We get the triple option right at the beginning, but we don't know that the cornerback is out there lurking. So as he trails the play, I didn't even know he was there. I go to flip it to McDaniel, and we throw it right in his chest. Boston College recovers and takes over. Watkins should have had his 3rd pick of the day. Nice job by the corner. Just squeeze it. 2nd and 10. Coleman looking to scramble. Aiden Hubbard, no shot. What a great contained play. Nice job there. 3rd and 16. Coleman waiting. Hubbard. 2 straight plays, back-to-back sacks. He just held it too long. Hubbard breaks away, and he's able to get in there on the quarterback. Great job by Marshall not to give up the points right after the turnover. They're just going to make it smart here and give it to Ali. He's got 14 carries, 92 yards in counting. 3rd and 4. Scrambling. He's going to get this to Chambers, who ran all the way across. He hits a little back juke. Stays up. Gets out of bounds. Nicely done by Chambers there. Now it's a Jack Statham move. Look at this little double juke. He's going to get himself 6 yards. Nice little run. 2nd and 4, looking right with Ali's. He's going to spin down and get the 1st down. Marshall putting together a nice drive almost into the 3rd quarter. No way. Cook on the slant. He takes this one all the way to the house. Boston College, horrible tackling on this. Look at this. Cook on the easy slant. 3 BC defenders just run straight into each other. They're off coverage. We know we have it on the slant. Cook squeezes it, turns upfield, makes 1 cut, 15, dives into his teammates, and Cook is in. 48-0 in this top 15 matchup. This is the 2nd time that we have just utterly dominated a team that I thought was like skill and talent. Well, hey, there's Roach. Coleman with a really nice throw here on the corner route. But yes, we are just playing unreal football right now. You do not want to see the Herd. Coleman trying to set up the screen. Johnson, Martin, no way. That leaves them a few plays later with a 3rd and 7. Coleman finds Roach on the slant. They're tacking on some passing yards. They're just not doing a lot with it. Watkins was almost in there for his 3rd interception. Josh Hardiman, though, says, I'll take it. He fumbles. Scott Ward, the backup corner, is able to jump on it. This was a little bit helter-skelter as Hardiman's legs are all twisted up on Watkins. Then he runs into Ward, stumbles, fumbles. Scott Ward cleans it up, but nevertheless, 4th interception on the day for Coleman. I can't believe we've had that many. 4 turnovers. And look at Fuqua. Look at James Fuqua run it on the zone read keeper, 22 yards. Up 48-10. We might be getting close to having Fuqua and the boys out of the game. I never thought that was going to happen. 19 yards to Bright on the sideline. Under 7 to go in the 4th. Fuqua, well protected, getting out of the backfield. Now he's going to take a hit. Should have thrown it away. We tried to do too much. Jalen Cheek on the sack right there. Now a 2nd and 14 on the very next play. Didn't we call it? Chancellor Bright up the seam. It is too powerful. 36-yard touchdown. Chancellor Bright, this is the same recipe. Get behind the safety, or get behind the linebacker, get in front of the safety, and honestly, this safety on the right, he's lost in the sauce. 55-10. Marshall in full control, have been on cruise control almost the whole time. TFL for Thompson. They can't get the screen set up. Leaves them 2nd and 13. Coleman, well protected, finds Roach on the sideline. Now bringing the heat. Marshall coming after Coleman, and they're going to get to him. Andy Johnson gets the sack. 3rd and 12. They just draw it. Easy play. Marshall all over it. 4th and forever. It's going to set up a punt. Knowledge McDaniel back in the game. No issue. Had a little ankle sprain. He's going to get the return going left. Has a head of steam. Couldn't he get all the way across the edge? He gets a little bit. 21 yards. Nice return. But look at this. 9 sacks. 3 picks. I think it's 4. Marshall just doing work today. Cam Fancher, Knowledge McDaniel, 2nd teamers in this one. Fancher fakes the give on 2nd and 5. Spinning has the 1st down. Obviously, the battle between Fancher and Keith Bell for the QB2 spot. We'll have to figure it out. We just kind of want to see both guys work. There's 22 yards to Jack Stakem. Fancher inside give to Payne, who's just a bowling ball. He fumbles it. Almost. Jack Murphy, the backup guard, is able to dive on this one. 2nd and 2, under 40 seconds to go. Marshall not kneeling, trying to make a little bit of a statement, Coach Mayo. 12 seconds. Last play. We'll see if we can punch it in, and we do. Knowledge McDaniel scores from 1 yard out, and the Boo Birds are out. Boston College did not like that. Final tote of the game, Thompson running right, and that is going to do it. 62-10. Marshall on the road against an ACC opponent in the top 15. Now, look, they might be a little overrated. I'd be okay to hear that argument, but nevertheless, a talent-equated game on the road, and Marshall just goes bananas. 238 yards passing, 79 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns for James Fuqua. BC's in shock. 62-10 our final, 489 yards of total offense to 309 and 23 carries, only 8 rushing yards. Probably the best performance we've seen on the ground from this Marshall run D in the entire series. 4 seasons of football, I don't think we've ever played a game as good as this on defense. They missed 2 field goals, 50% in the red zone. We forced 3 turnovers. I want to say it's 4, right? We had 2 interceptions by Watkins and then 1 by Hardiman. Okay, I think it might have just been 3 interceptions, but regardless. No, that's not right. It should be 4 because Folk had 1. Folk had the pick 6. I don't know. It's a little bug in the game, but regardless, you guys watched it. We were dominant. Heck of a performance by the boys today. James Fuqua, 14 of 21, 238 yards, dealt with a lot of short fields, so his yardage isn't crazy today. 4 touchdowns, no picks, 66% completion percentage. The long of 43, he did have the fumble. That was on me. I don't credit him for that one. 23 of 35 for Scott Coleman, 301, so he passes the 300-yard threshold. They only give him 3 interceptions. It definitely was 4. 9 sacks. Marshall got all over him all day today. Great job by the D. On the ground, Ali is able to get across the century mark again. 102 yards and a touchdown, a long of 40. He was able to break 2 tackles and had 51 yards after contact. Fuqua, 79 yards and a touchdown. He was great. Did a great job scrambling, making good decisions in the zone read game. And Knowledge McDaniel gets in right there at the end for the Boo Birds. Thompson, their rusher, only gets 7 attempts, 29 yards, and Coleman ran 16 times for minus 21 yards. Wow. Chancellor Bright, our leading receiver, 94 yards on 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, along of 43. Samuel Cook gets 73 and 2 touchdowns. Both of those guys were fantastic today. We didn't even really need to throw the ball that much. We were in full control early and often. Patrick Roach, 123 yards receiving and a touchdown, 7 catches. He and Gordonier, they were the only bright spots that team had all day. 4 catches, 90 yards for Gordonier. Defensively, Malcolm Folk, 6 tackles, had the INT pick 6. He led the way. Johnson, Price, and Sanders, all 3 of them had 5 tackles. 3 TFLs for Hubbard, 2 for Kaufman, Johnson, Price, and Hardiman. 3 sacks for Aiden Hubbard, 2 for Kaufman, 1 for Johnson, and 2 for Rasheed Price. Kerryon Martin also got 1. I'm not sure why we didn't get credit from Hardiman's interception. That's the glitch that's missing. David Watkins does get 2. Folk gets the pick 6. Obviously, Hardiman also got 1. Like I said, considering the circumstances, talent equated on the road against a top 15 team, maybe the best game we've ever played. Advancing to week 8, lots of recruiting updates. Left tackle Derek Marcus is ready to schedule his visit, along with defensive end Ron Davis, outside linebacker Matt Sullivan, and a few others. Unfortunately, in what felt inevitable, Glenn Jordan, the number 1 strong safety, locks us out, so that recruitment is over. Tough, but we certainly tried. Put in 700 points each week on him since the start of the year. Defensive tackle Brandon Phillips has also locked us out, but we have a few other targets at defensive tackle that we'll be looking at. Week 8 is already here. Marshall is 6-0 and up to number 9, ready to take on Coastal Carolina, 3-2 in the next episode. Marshall, still number 1 in points per game. They now boast a top 5 total offense and the number 1 total defense in the country. Playing some real complimentary football, and I can't wait to get into the next episode. 62-10 on the road against the number 15 team in the country. What a heck of an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you've made it this far. It really helps out the channel. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.